Bugsy's on the move.
There's a lot of money change hands tonight, but they all can't win. But they all come in tonight thinking they're going to win. They all want that big cup and that big pot. So that's the dream. Best of luck to them. Like I said, there can only be 10 happy people a night. And it's a big percentage. The 50 say you're a fat cunt. This game's all about strokes, always has been. A third of the people run them straight, a third of them run crooked, and the other third run them crooked but pretend to run them straight. People go to all ends to get the pot. That's how the pot builds up. While he's losing and he's losing, the pot's always building up. If they beat me, good luck to them. No problem. If you come to take my trousers down, if you get them down, no problem. I've nothing against that. You know, but then, I was telling him it's my turn then, I'll take yours down. You know, it's catch as catch can. That is the art of the game. They've done the handicapper, they've done the bookmakers, and when they go away happy, they think, yeah, we've freaking done them tonight, lads. And that's the buzz on the floor. That's the drug. Yeah, you don't know these dog people yet. You'll learn. They're a horrible breed. Fucking big as fucking shovel. Every time his dogs come in, track this shit. Don't you empty him before he brings them in? Your young one.
Is that his?
Yeah, every meeting. Fucking hell. Right, shit shoveling. I was born into dog racing when practically everyone had a greyhound. If a dog didn't win on Friday, he didn't eat on Saturday. You know, that's how it was in them days. I hope, son.
Are you going all right?
There's a kid here, every time he brings his dog, it shits. I've just had a man leave on 50. I says, that'll shit before he gets there. Fucking right, pile. Years back, young blood used to follow in, you followed your fathers in. Now, it doesn't work like that. There's no new blood coming in. The tracks are closing. Young lads are more interested in cars now and things like that. Not walking streets, training the ground. You know, there's more to do. You know, pub, nightclubs. When we were young, there were none of that. You shot the streets for the ground. You know, to go and earn a tenner. You don't know about that now.
Come on, Mary, get on. Go on, Mary, off you go.
Take me off the fucking camera.
Highgate Greyhound Stadium is one of only 2 flapping tracks left in South Yorkshire, once the heart of Britain's mining community. Usually found in the north of England and Scotland, flapping tracks are independent of the greyhound regulatory body, the NGRC. They are legal, but their numbers are dwindling. In 1948, there were over 130 flapping tracks in the UK. By 1984, there were less than 60. Today, there are just 11. 3 nights a week, 52 weeks a year, a motley crew of characters converges on Highgate.
The only man to go to Ireland takes a fiver and a pair of underpants and doesn't change neither. And that's for 3 days.
In the days when the mines dominated this region, flapping was a way of life here. As the mines have closed, so have the tracks. Today, an ever-declining core is drawn to Highgate, lured by the buzz of the ongoing battle of wits between owners, trainers, punters, bookmakers and the handicapper.
I back winner there in my own dog's race, and my dog run last.
With no governing body to regulate racing, it's all too tempting for people to manipulate races, and it's up to the man in charge to enforce the rules. At Highgate, that man is George Russell, known to everyone as Tricky Russ.
Greyhound racing is a game. If you don't know how to play the game, you will not win. When you get a dog, you've got to try and be cute to the dog owners in your race. You've got to be cute enough to beat handicapper, and you've got to be cute enough to get a bet at a reasonable price. So odds are against you for a start, like.
Stick your jokes, your hopes in a box. Chew the chains, loose the lock. Leash your mind and find a better race. Your freedom feels like a first mistake. Life in a day, life in a day.
If you're trying to play it straight, you'll always drop on somebody who's a bit smarter than you, and you won't win. People who know the job inside out, job dogs as they call them, dogs laid out specific for a race and a bet. If you don't know that and don't know the strength of the dog, it will beat you.
Whenever you go, there's jobmen. Licensed track, jobmen. I get jobmen. But there's no wrong with that. Everyone accepts that, but you've got to decipher them out. Look at the dogs. Look who takes them in. You think, aye. Dogs come in with pristine, and the fella takes them in, he's got holes in his shoes, you know what I mean? The dog comes in looking like a brand new pin, and he's a scruffy twat. He walks it in. That's when you think, nah, alarm bells are going.
If you've got a dog and you've got it placed and you bet it and it wins, you've done your job. It's about getting on, getting your door, beating the book. Don't bother about next week or week after. On the night, with the door down, they want to win.
At Highgate, Russ is lawmaker and enforcer. There are no checks and balances. Detractors accuse him of fixing races, which he denies. Punters and bookies maintain that he uses third parties to gamble on his behalf, a charge that cannot be proved.
Four's no slouch, be looking at it. Come right down the road. I don't know him, don't know the dog, don't know them. He's not a bad dog, man, it, Russ, but you couldn't trust him. And I don't think you'll mind me saying that about him, but that's dog racing.
But financially, the track is in trouble and Russ knows it. Overheads are prohibitive, and as he's only leasing the track, he's little commitment to maintenance. Races are regularly delayed due to technical breakdown. His son Rob is being groomed to take over from him, but everyone knows that at Highgate, Tricky Russ pulls the strings.
When this place come up for sale, like, he took it straight away. She's always wanted a dog track. We spent a lot of money on the place. There's a lot of money what gets spent down here and things what you can't see, like sand. This comes to thousands of pounds. The pump goes in there like that. Hold on. See that? That means there's plenty of sand on when it goes like that. People don't see that, like, but suppose you've got to win your business. Take good with good, bad with bad.
Russ has let it be known that he would take offers for the lease. But if the family throws in the towel, who would take on the running of a loss-making track? If the track closes, there's a bleak future for the dogmen whose passion borders on addiction.
I love dog racing. I'm 7 nights a week I go, and I just can't get enough on it.
Typical dog man is up at 5:30 in the morning, out with his dogs, comes in, has a bit of breakfast, goes out to work, comes back, goes back out with his dogs, comes back in, watches a bit of TV and goes to the track. That is a typical dog man nowadays. Fair play to him.
Right, come here.
Now he's got his lead on. If you don't go for the stroll now, that'd be that. He goes in sulks.
Sizes keeps dropping down. Oh, bred and born with dogs. And there's naught I don't know about a greyhound. And I've done everything about greyhounds there is to do. I can take the in there that's never seen as many trophies in their life.
The ground people, they live for the grounds. That's all they live for. Some of them they treat better than the wives.
Well, off you go. It's 24 hours here with dogs, you know. If you sit watching TV, you're talking about dogs.
So you'll go crackers in. He loves it.
A lot of my mum's family had greyhounds, and she were laughing and she said, don't let it get you like it did them, because they ended up with divorces and being bankrupt through these dogs.
She's a good girl. What are you doing? I go to a party or anyway and people's talking about things. I can't join in because the only thing I can talk about is dogs.
The only thing dogs like is the radio. They tend to like Radio 1. I can't bloody stand it.
She can't fucking say that far. I think they're fantastic, like. They couldn't take talk like that, could they?
I've no doubt there'll be another one arrive from somewhere. But that's it, we're obsessed with them. Absolutely obsessed.
But if it weren't for these greyhounds, I might as well not be on earth.
You're a good girl. You're a beautiful little girl. You're just into it. You keep doing it, whether you win or lose, it's something what you do.
On the morning, they can be at yard with dogs and I can hear them, you know, because I'm a very light sleeper. And I think that's when it really gets to me sometimes. I think, God, I could get a good sleep with it, messing about with dogs, you know.
Come on! I've lost jobs because of dogs. Because I soon we're running about with these and taking them out in the morning and thinking, well, it's too late to go to work now, I might as well stop with dogs.
Patch! Come on, boy! Don't normally do this. You get what you see. They look after the dogs and keep them as pets, a lot of them. That chap up on the stairs there. First dog he's had, his wife left him. Yeah, she's left for the kennel hand. But the dog has been sleeping in the bed with them. Now, you hear what he says, there's more room in the bed with the dog now. Now she's gone. I want some crap now.
When my dog goes across the line, the feeling is amazing. The adrenaline buzz is phenomenal. It's all the accumulation of all the hard work and the days when you've had to slog and walk these dogs and bath them and feed them, and you just feel that they're repaying you. And it is a good feeling that, yeah, you beat all these people in this race, so you must be doing something right.
Come on.
Dad, it was funny though, wasn't it?
Patch.
When I was 12-year-old, I used to have dogs with my uncles and I just packed up. We used to go up onto the park and I used to be on a pedal bike with a skin on, with a rope and pedalling down 14 fairway, like the clappers, for pups to chase them. I lost my mum about a month ago. My uncle Stan come to the funeral and that. And I was feeling a bit down and he said, come up to the garden on Sunday, so I come up. And then I saw the dogs again and it brought back memories. He knew it had done something to me, so I've off at the garden, he says, and we'll get some dogs. And since then I've really took to them again. This is my uncle's garden, but at the moment he's going to give me and then I'll have 2 gardens because he's retired from greyhound racing. But he's been in game for 60 years, nearly 60 years, and all he wants to do is just come back up and sit down in his chair and have a cup of coffee. But he tells us, we listen to what he says, because he's an old hand at it.
I've only been lucky. I've only been lucky with him. I have been lucky with him. It used to be easy. You know what I mean?
These are all his trophies he's collected, what we've collected between us, all from Highgate, which is like a bonus for us, like, you know. We soon have money than trophy, but it's a bonus for us.
They're young, strong, see. I've done it. I'm on my way out.
He's a character in racing. Everybody knows him in dog tag. And when he does go, he's going to be sadly missed, like. So what I'm trying to do is get all info out of him as I can before he goes. If it's possible. Because I know he went part with a lot of stuff, what he's learned.
No training dogs. We train them from like them. Like cheap dogs. To get them going. These good trainers, they have them bought for £30,000 a piece.
All he's ever done's runs open races. All his life since he was a pup. So when he first were born, probably cost a lot of money. And he was a pup. And he's come all the way down the line to me. So I've got drags at end, more or less. They're like divisions in football. You've got A7s, A8s, A6s. So what money you get, you can put away and buy a better dog. And keep going up line until you can get a string of A3 dogs. At the moment, these, what we've got, I think best thing out at Lottenham is about an A5. But we're after them A3s. But you're talking £1,000 for them, just for an A3. So we keep putting money in pot trying to save up to get one. If we can get one, we'll be happy as Larry. That's his ambition at finish, to try and get a top dog. You know that bitch we had on in that open last week? We're taking her at Highgate Sunday morning, trialling her on, but feeding her before we take her. All right.
Don't put that on there. Don't know. You're going to feed it. That's twisted.
That's cheating, isn't it? So.
He's messing about with dodgy people.
Keep saying, dodgy people.
Now I know people who's got multiple dogs here, they're 10 and 12 dogs, and you know, they enjoy it, they love it. You know, they love rearing the dogs, they love racing them. You know, they love betting them. But when they add it up at end of the year, you're out in pocket. You cannot win. It's addiction, isn't it? Ask this man how much he's done in lately. Tell him, Fred, how much have you done in this last 2 years?
Probably 25 grand.
£25,000 on greyhounds, and he's still happy. This is the only time I've seen him smile. You know, £25,000. How much are they worth?
They've all been put down or retired.
Put down and retired. Cheaper to be on coke, isn't it, than this job? Me, I'd have had 5 sauna shops now, Fred. Eh? I would have had five rubbing shops earning money. My God, that's where you add something into a bingo hall. I probably had a couple of bingo halls because they're full every night. You can't lose. She's lame, isn't she?
Barbara, he had fucking stayed.
I think he's fucked about.
Ah, well,
Can't go by it.
It's a good clock, though.
Russ has the final say on which dog can run in any given race, but he also keeps his own dogs. And if they win, he leaves himself open to abuse.
If the dog wins, they love you. If he gets beat, you're no good. You're bent. You've stuck one in to beat him. We had a bitch win the other night. One with 4.5 length. Yeah. Well, you've stuck it in. It's there if anybody wants it. They're taking it away for £50. We can't even give it away. But it happened to win. So then people who's in the same race as one of our dogs, they think we've fitted them up by putting our dog in to beat theirs. Very unhappy people.
And when it comes to handicapping, Russ blurs the lines of responsibility still further.
I have some.
Or handicap, where the fastest dog is placed on the back mark. Scratch. The idea is to get all the 6 across the winning line together, you know, but it never works like that. It's impossible.
But whilst handicapping is supposed to give all dogs a chance, there is a temptation, almost an incentive, to cheat. If you can manipulate your dog to run slower, it will be given more head start, or graded, in a race with poorer quality dogs. And if you have that magical few yards up your sleeve, your gamble is less risky. The handicapper's job is to spot the true potential of the dogs. Because there's no electronic clock, nearly everyone at the track times the races, but only the handicapper can decide who is genuine and who's trying to pull a fast one. The handicapper is pivotal to the track's smooth operation, but has few friends in the sport.
No matter what track you go on, they don't like the handicapper. The bookmakers don't like them. The punters don't like them. Dog owners don't like them. Ringing you up at 3 o'clock in the morning and hanging up and all that. And they do it as well, but I give as good as I get with them.
I mean, we run our dogs here every week. We get beat with trial dogs all the time.
That's what I'm saying. This is what people are going on about.
Well, Anne was supposed to be official handicapper, but unofficially, Anne had handicap and Russ had altered it. Simple as that. You'd ask him, he'd say, no, she's handicapping. You'd ask Anne, and if I had to believe one, I've got to believe Anne.
Russ used to go over the programme, and if he thought that a dog shouldn't have been where it was, he'd pull it back. And if he thought a dog should have had more start, he'd lift it. Where nobody's ever done that with me handicapping, wherever I've been, but Russ used to do it.
The rules are he owns the track. I mean, he employed Anne as a handicap, and surely the buck stops with Anne. She knows a good dog when she sees a good dog, and she'll even make remarks to the bookmakers. Hey up, watch this dog. This is a good dog. Don't worry about this trial time of 15.80. Load of bollocks. But if I approach her, I say, hey up, what's this doing Saturday? No to do with me. I knew what was going off. I thought I knew anyway. I'll keep my own opinions to myself, but there was outside interference from inside, as such.
I couldn't prove it. It's no spending all day, is it? Handicapping, you start at 7 o'clock at morning, you throw dogs and over them, and then you get to us, and it's all different. And I got just sick on it. I says, I've done. I'm not in all this. It was time for me to say, that's it. And then Russ come and he said he didn't want me to finish and he wouldn't interfere with handicapping.
It's a thankless job of whoever's handicapping at any track, because they are professional moaners in this job. And they just moan. That's not just every track. It's like it used to be years back. You didn't have time to moan. You just went to another track. If you weren't getting a chance at this track, you went to another track. But you could do that when all the tracks was open. But now there's only 2 tracks. If you run it at this track and you try to go to the track up the road, they're the same people that come here. So they all know the dog. So that's why people are not buying the better class dogs. They're just buying a bit of rubbish.
He's a good dog, isn't he, Terminator?
I don't know about it. Yeah. Like going for five grand. Go on then. 55 grand first.
Big salt dog while I go put beer on.
And I'll let you know when he's trying. All right, go on.
Trevor studies them. He's not a bad judge at all, is Trevor. He knows game inside out. He's been at it all his life. The others haven't a clue, but they rely on him. If he gets it right, they get it right.
Go on now.
Yes, he's won. I've dodged him away. He's won.
Oh, dear me. Where's it finished then, Penny?
Fucking nah.
What a meat.
No.
Photo, it's close. He's got one, Trev.
I think he's won, huh?
He's won.
Close that.
Wouldn't like to say.
But you see that line ain't straight, Penny, is it?
No.
You see how it goes out like that? Stick it back.
Hunters would be better with seeing that angle camera instead of that one.
Oh, so that's near enough to a dead eat me.
Yeah, I can't split that, that's just... And they're only moaning about lying, but really them dog in front what's not lying, isn't it?
But that line ain't straight, Robert. That line
No.
should come down the end. Him and that.
Yeah.
He wins in it.
I think he's won.
He has won.
Result of the 4th race is a dead heat between number 1 Precious Boy and number 6 Sky Knight.
Said if he'd had a dog like him, he'd have won.
Sometimes when we get a decision, if you don't like it, it's when you hear them all scream, so you I sit down, me like, here come my ears up. Thought of people do all the money in down here. A lot of people win. Sometimes bookies win, sometimes punters win. I suppose everybody's got to win a bit. Like if everybody loses, like nobody'd be here. So it's like give and take in here. Everybody's got to get a bit.
This is a gambling track. You can have as much money as you want on, but don't come moaning if you lose, and a lot do that. In the end, there's only the bookmaker wins.
No, a load of shite. We'll have to do money, that's it. We accept that. We'll have to theirs. But we can't regulate how much we want off them. They can with us. I.e. by putting how much they want to put on.
On highgate, you can get £1,000 no problem. So that's good, that. Not as I want £1,000 on live, but these people want it on. And they get it.
So I take it with a smile. And I pay with a smile. Snurr.
You can do your form and you think, this can't get beat. This is an absolute certainty.
Sometimes you think, I don't like that handicap. And you think, there's some there sat there, and you think, I'll be winning tonight. And the night you won, you can't believe how you got out of it.
They have the off days. We're not to know that. And I mean, there's no better thing than a ground than making a fool of you.
You've got to be very lucky at betting at this job. Very, very lucky. And let me tell you, there's not many lucky people about.
Only winner and bank. It's a fucking void race.
What happened? Trap didn't open. Suppose if I had a grand on that dog to win and trap didn't open, I think I'd be mourning like, so not good at all really, but first one I've had in months.
Pop them down and try them. Get them all lined up. Perfect. Before you set them off, make sure them catches, because it's a decent races, the declines coming. With all the tracks closing, you'd think that they're closed, they all come here, but they don't. They drift out of the sport. More people taking NGRC licence out. So attendance has just come down, the class of dogs come down, and all you finish up with is all the shitheads.
The NGRC, the National Greyhound Racing Club, is the regulatory body of greyhound racing. According to the NGRC, £1.5 billion is gambled on its racing every year, and that means heavy regulation for its 29 licensed tracks. Although the number of NGRC tracks has more than halved since 1945, those that remain are booming.
It's all just a little bit of history.
The NGRC tracks, the big tracks like Hall Green, people tend to think they're entertainment centres. Our audience now is getting younger and younger. 20-somethings seems to be a great night out for them. The last time I went to the flapping tracks, it was a lot of older people who've, you know, ingrained in the sport and been there for years.
You only see young ones go. You're not dog people.
You may as well turn up and just pick a dog in a race and say, I'll have that number 5 and that's my dog. That's it, but this side of things with flapping, I like it for him because at least he does have the contact with him.
We own our own dogs, we keep our own dogs. If you've got an NGRC dog, you buy a greyhound and put it with a trainer.
And here for owners, they never see the dogs. I mean, you only see them when you run round track. The flapping people, we can do what we want. They're like pets to us.
I would think probably 90% of the people in NGRC racing started on a flapping track. I don't think the flapping needs the NGRC, but I think that the NGRC needs the flapping. If you cut flapping out altogether, then you're almost cutting off a limb.
There's no better than keeping your own dog, training your own dog, coming in and having a bet and it wins. Oh, lovely.
At Highgate, the slickness of an NGRC track is a world away as an air of apathy greets another race delay. When the winch that lowers the trap fails to work, Russ is nowhere to be seen. The only option is for the trap lads to improvise.
We can lift them up, but we won't be able to lower them down, and if they're lifted in air, then we can't really do much with them then, if they won't lower down. But we're diehards, we're not diehards, should I say, we're like to have a go.
Sorry about the delay.
You jumping in? Fucking hard under the fucking stress. Bastard.
In theory, the 6 greyhounds in this race ought to be the same standard. But in flapping, there are many ways to manipulate an advantage. Getting away with it is a constant battle. Succeeding is the art of pulling strokes.
Strokes?
A good dog man, he does his dogs and he backs them when he fancies them and he stops them when he doesn't. Who's the flapper?
I don't agree with it. I mean, I let my dog run straight every time it runs. If every time it runs, it tries to win. If it does, it does. If it don't, it doesn't.
If you're in it to win it. It's no good playing about with job. When you've got a 13-year-old screaming in your ear that it's got to win, it's got to have more exercise and what have you, then you've got to run them straight.
There's a lot don't run them straight. I was about 30% run the dog straight at target. And any flapping trap.
These lads are good lads. They think every dog should win each time it runs, but it don't work like that. If you think there's one in that race what's exceptionally fast and better than yours, go outside and feed your dog and bite that one.
I've known them put like lead muzzles on, and underneath it weld some lead to it, so you pinch 2 lengths on the handicapper.
You've got 2 dogs that look exactly alike. One's a lot quicker than the other. So you run the slow one, and then when you've got your mark, you put the fast one in.
I stood there and I watched somebody swap one while we were on parade, Sneaky Peter. And as they were walking round to the traps, he went to the gate, whipped it through and brought another one on the track. So I ran and backed it like an idiot, got beat.
Oh, aye, it's a large school doggery, isn't it? A large school doggery. Now, if your dog sat off, mark where you shouldn't be sat off, they want chunks on. They want chunks on. But usually 8 out of 10, they win and they win disputes. And that's not gambling, that's theft.
They're quite prepared to wait weeks and weeks and weeks to hold the dog up so that they can have a good gamble.
Like if a bloke goes and pays £1,000 for a dog and runs it downfield 6 or 8 times, and then he can go and get 3 to win his money at target, and he has like £400 on dog, he's got his money back for that dog and a bit for keeping it.
But then if he loses that 400...
Well, if he loses it, it's further in shit, isn't he? It's further down the line.
They can't fucking stand me. If I know that's a fucking job, they get fuck all of Mr. D. And they come flying into you. Nothing there. There's nothing there. No price. Get me some. Not with me. Not with me, Mr. D.
Sometimes we do let them run, then void it afterwards. Let them get the money on, let them think they've done you. Sorry, that's wrong, dog. They'll get paid. And then that's the buzz gone. People think we get a fortune. They stand out there and they're counting people how many is in, thinking, oh, who's had it off tonight. They don't know all X's involved, rates, electrics. They don't understand it. If the dog track was run their way, there'd be no bookmakers, there'd be no pub, there'd be nothing, it'd be finished.
I came here like with my dad when I was like Luke's age. Well, he was smaller. We could come here like Monday, Wednesday and a Friday night and have a night out, even without a runner. We was all like a family. I can even see dogs running now in like certain races, what we've won and going on the track, being presented like a trophy. they were good memories. Can't remember having bad times. The only sad bit is it's gone. And it's a shame that it wasn't still here for Luke to enjoy. We have to obviously travel to Highgate, because that's basically where we've got really to go to.
Everybody where I live on Common had a ground. But now, do you know, I couldn't mention 4 on Common that's got grounds. That's how grounds has gone.
Everything's dying out. That's trouble. Nobody's reviving it again, are they?
It gets harder and harder and harder. You do get new people coming, splash out, buy this, buy that. They don't win anything. They've gone as quick as what they came in. It's only a diehards who's had dogs all their life. But as far as making money out grounds, you've not got a prayer.
I'm surprised it's still like going now, to be honest with you. I could see it probably like this, or houses on it. But it is a shame.
When I were a lad, when I went to West Stand, there used to be 12 tracks. And if they shut up, I don't know what's going to happen. There's a lot of dogs going to be out of work if they shut track, isn't there?
We know clapping game's finished. I mean, I'm not bothered long as it lasts as our lifetime, I'm not bothered. But that's why we hope in Highgate and keep going.
At some point, this place will be shut. Could be 4 months, could be 2 years. Let's have to see how it goes. Don't know what I'm going to do when we leave here. I'll find something to do. I'd go anytime, me.
20 years ago, I thought this track here would be the first to go, and that's going to be the second to go. It turns out they're the last 2 standing. All the others have gone. Bigger and better tracks than us couldn't make it pay. If I went tomorrow, I wouldn't even miss it 1 iota. There's a lot of disillusioned people in ground racing, and because it themselves. I'll have to answer that phone. Hello. Yes, it is, love. Yeah? It's perfect. With no snow, the sun's out with topless barmaids on. It's bang on. OK, love, bye-bye. That's one at Bookmakers. See, they're all sweating with weather.
Russ knows the end is coming, but he can't predict when or how. Even during the festive season, the dogs never closes.
It's Christmas. They've got nowhere to go. Because Christmas Day they've all been sat at houseboard. And Boxing Day up and down the country's all it's been, especially horse racing, dog racing. It is a day out, it's a big day. Probably one of the biggest days of the year. I've all let the girls in, just checking for damage, vandalism. But we've took all precautions this year. You know, I've had a night watchman here all night. All lights on, plenty of electric spent. So everything looks okay. Just a club to check now. Sure, very good. Yeah. 10 meals for pensioners. It's always free food we give them all. We give it to them once a year. You don't charge them for it. So your caffee's down. Nobody will buy a burger or chips or obviously waiting for all the free food. There'll be people out there who'll never come in the club year in, year out. You know, just dogmen stay there. Don't even buy a cup of tea. They'll be the first in. And there are lots who've had no breakfast this morning just to get the free food. But we put them a good spread on.
They don't eat a lot, pensioners.
They don't eat a lot, pensioners. They fucking do a year. Greedy gets.
Get out.
You watch today, there'll be about 300 pensioners come. We have 8, so I've catered for 8 pensioners for a meal. Well, there'll be hundreds come today. Traps? Right. Yeah. Double tea. Yesterday, Christmas Day, people's ringing to come for a trial. For a simple reason, they ain't got nothing to do, they don't like Christmas, they've got a load of dogs, and they know I'm here. Not a prayer. I'm doing crossword. Gets me at stress. When you're dealing with public and greyhounds, you get a bit of stress all the time. Once it commences, I won't be doing anything. I just try and pick horse out for television racing today. I think think I've found one. The 105 at Sandown. Racing Demon. Aptly named. There'll be money won and lost today. Some people will go home winning. Some people will go home losing.
Scotty, trap 6. Scotty. Second mate, lost in photo. Unlucky, we'll try later.
We have doubts about it in the third race, thank you.
I best get dog then if you shouted them in.
Just get a grip on yourself. And you
There was a bit of a love-hate relationship between the black one and this one.
What's made you for fucking up gambling with green racing? Winner at Afghan, top 6. Top 6. I 200 on it.
An extra £50 for winner, there, if he looks on it.
Is it all £80 today then, Trump? Right.
No, what he's doing apparently is he's putting 6 balls in a bag, drawing a ball out. Well, he drew 5, and if whatever ball he draws out, if that wins race, he get 50 quid.
Because we have top 1 and 6 wins in, that's it. It's still 30 quid then, isn't it? Yeah. So really it's just a fucking scam.
It is, yeah, because
just a scam.
He told us it'd be £50 extra a race.
Scamming bastard again.
Well, he's got those pants down.
Yeah. We said, no, there was somewhere.
Out there freezing cold, stood there listening to old moaners. It isn't like what it used to be. If I'd be time again, I would definitely not get a dog track. Quickest way to deer doing. I give this place another 18 months and this will be gone.
I used to beat him up, and I used to beat him up. I used to dress him up in skirts, or just for laugh. And I used to put him in a car in a tube and send him down the river to see how far I could get him.
James is a laugh. Put it like that, he's a laugh.
Oh God, my dad, Krusty, that is his nickname from the landfill sites. He's kept us all up straight and narrow, and I think it's about time now, with them passing away, it's our turn to pay something back to him.
James is the brash one, David is the quiet one, and Daniel is, well, he'll just do anything, Daniel.
Daniel's wedding went down in history with us because Daniel got a little bit worse for wear. Somebody decided to come up and tap him across back head, but Daniel thought he wanted a fight. So Daniel's arm come up, knocked this lad out, and then all of a sudden it was just like a massive scene off a western. I was Sharon walking through, lifting wedding dress up, going through, knocking, oh, it was unbelievable. And all my dad did, he'd got a cigar in his gob, he got his whiskey, and he drunk it like that, and he just said, that's my boys.
My father was a showman, and my grandfather was more of a showman. I tried to be a showman.
With my mum, oh God, not again, and all this, but, you know, she loved us for it. That's how we are. That's how we'll always be.
My mum has said for years before she passed away that she did want the track back and to spend a lot of money on it and get things going again and pick it back up. when opportunity came up and we did take it back, we've dedicated everything that we've done into doing it for us, man.
We got an offer, we couldn't refuse. I took it and threw him the keys. It's a rat race. We're glad to be out. Good luck to them who's got it.
Russ sold the lease on Highgate to the only serious bidder, the track's landlord. The Myers family had owned Highgate for over 20 years, but had been passive in its running for some time. Following their mother's death, the three boys have committed their inheritance to saving the track.
We run the track for about 10 years, and like, we were young. You know what young lads are like. They like to go out, have a drink, ladies, stuff like that. And we didn't like to be racing Saturday nights and stuff like that. So my dad had a brainwave. I know, we went to town. It was the worst thing we ever did.
When we first took over, we invested heavily in it. New stand, new air rail. What, you're better off leaving your money in the bank. I'd had enough. Everybody did. It was getting to the stage, you needed a change.
I can't blame him for not spending anything, put it like that, but they could have put a lot more work into it on maintenance, etc. If we hadn't have took it back in another, we'll say a year or so, it'd have been gone. We'd have been trying to sell it for building land then, which I don't want to do. I mean, if I sold it, what would I do? I'd have to buy somewhere compatible or whatever, and you just don't find them. I want to spend the rest of my natural life here, where I'm happy.
We missed it, the atmosphere, the people, and we've finally done it. And I hope they'll come back and we can get them old times back.
Unlike NGRC tracks, flapping tracks are not eligible for maintenance grants, so any upkeep is at the total cost to the owner.
Here we're a dying place. The atmosphere had to be rebuilt and the place had to be rebuilt. Basically, it had to be all hands on deck. There was no other way to do it.
Pearl wanted the boys to do something together. I'm sad that Pearl died for that to happen, but obviously it's brought the boys close together, and John as well, and it's given him something to work at.
Smashing. We want to keep it as a flapping track for small man. To be honest, in the past we all had as different things that we wanted to do and we didn't really look after it like we should. And now we've got this second chance, we just want to prove that we can do it.
This last week I've been a little bit stressed out, because like I've had to go to work myself because I've been a driver down. I put a rail in the other day in an hour and a half, and it's took some lads 2 days to put the same amount of rail in, and it's upset me a bit because it's cost me a lot of money just to put the same amount in. I've been at work since Wednesday at Welbeck on a machine. Right? Well, hold on a minute. I mean, you've turned round.
Thursday, Friday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
Right, go on.
Yeah.
Right? And there's had a pop when that's been here. When my rail were done from that top corner to that thing in an hour and a half, and it took 2 fucking days to do that.
Yeah.
And was having a pop bollocks.
Yeah.
No, I don't agree with you. Then that's got fucking cheek to say that.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be in charge, no fucker else. Get tonight over with, and then get up here and get a cabin done.
Yeah.
And then for your whippets when you
Must
sort
be
it.
done. Right.
I've had a few ups and downs, but between ourselves, we all pull together. The only person we argue is my dad. Always has been, always will be. I say, I'm doing it once and once only, so fuck off. Come on.
Bollock.
Just shift. David's daddy's boy. Always has been.
I just think along the same lines as what my dad does.
Nah,
Yeah,
Daniel,
you know.
he follows the flow. Whatever dad says, he does. To an extent. You know, he has his disagreements and all that, but he doesn't voice his opinion a lot. And when it comes to me, I'm completely opposite. We're like chalk and cheese. If there's any bollockings to get at, I get them. But
which we like it, don't we?
They love it. They're all St. Line.
Well, he's getting a bollock and I'm not.
The family had just a few days to prepare the track before racing resumed under new management. They divided their race night responsibilities. John would run the paddock, James would drive the hair rail, Daniel would open the traps, and David would manage the bar.
I just thought it'd be nice for me to run bar. My mum used to run it before me. And,
yeah, you're the only one what could, be honest.
And I'm only one that can get the licence for it because I think he's too daft and he's got a criminal record, so that's how it ended up.
There's not wrong with being daft.
Is that daft, are you?
No.
What a 740 running.
I think it's going to be a good night. Honestly, I think it's going to be a really good crowd because of the surface. They'll all want to come and look at that. Oh, let's nip to Highgate with poor surface down and all that. We've got good few races. I really think we're going to open some eyes tonight, really do. Can't wait. Looking forward to it.
How much was worst handicap man on the stadium?
Honestly? Well, I didn't even know you raced here. I was brought up with him. They know me since I was, 16, 17 years old. I'm nearly 40 now. It's a way of life, isn't it? It's quite like someone who won't come on here like my parents. Go on. Children are well vetted.
Oh, it's not too bad with that,
Well, fine.
Bang on.
Right, what was time?
Just slope around.
1562. Long time since he went at track. Get some good dogs in. Where would I rather be? Barnsley or well? Where I'd rather be.
On the left-hand side, Nardiello, the only man in the box, is a great cross. Almost went in. It's gone behind for a goal kick.
Spot on. Fantastic. Really good gate. We made 200 programmes and I think we've sold out. Absolutely ecstatic. Everything's going fantastic. And no accidents, no. People are happy. Everybody I've spoke to, really good response. Can only get better from now on. I think we've kept it.
Unlike the NGRC tracks, there's no obligation for a flapping track to have a vet on site. But with dogs racing at speeds approaching 40 miles an hour and hitting the bends whilst jostling for position, injuries are inevitable. The damage can range from minor cuts and muscle pulls to leg breaks. Dogs can be lame for long periods of time. Sometimes they never rediscover their old form. In the most serious cases, they'll be put to sleep. Although Russ maintained that a vet was only ever a phone call away when he was in charge, shortly after taking over, the Myers family employed a vet to attend every meeting. But even after the first night, the track continued to be plagued by accidents. Outside of their regular jobs, the family was at the track at all hours to try to rectify matters. Their investment and reputation was at stake.
We've been following the rail, bang on. It's got a lovely sweep on it. From a dog's point of view, if you get down here and look up that rail, it is shooting them straight into that wall. And that is the problem with this corner. Once I've got this railing, I can gladly say, and I nearly guarantee it, I can say it's the safest and fastest track in the country. Guaranteed.
I've got to give credit where credit's due. They're willing to spend money on the track, but in my opinion, they've spent it in wrong areas. Putting a lick of paint on a track don't make it safe. All I'm bothered about is my dogs are going to run a track which is safe. It's not safe at the moment.
We're doing as much as physically possible. Some nights I'm getting home from work and I'm not finishing till 12 o'clock at night. Then I'm up at 5:30 in the morning going to work. What more can we do? We want to be fair with everybody. There's a lot of funny people in dog racing, all this will be. But give us a chance. That's all we want.
You have no friends when you're running a dog track. People like to think you're friends and butter you up, and then when they do the door and they turn on you and say, "You dirty git." You know what I mean? You can't win. It's not a game to be in. You got to be able to take the pressure.
Daniel were in a disagreement with one of Russell's relations. It did turn out into a fight. They did pass punches.
One of his gremlin sons has decided to whack my grandson. Upset a lot of people. 25-year-old man on a 14-year-old school kid that don't weigh 3 stone. That's good, isn't it?
We thought everything was sorted. You know, we'd all had arguments and pastors' comments on each other and things like that.
A week later, our Daniel was up here doing his traps, and a gentleman decided to jump over the fence and give Daniel a good hiding.
Black eye, swollen jaw. Basically, I ended up in hospital.
Anyway, we took him down to the clubhouse, cleaned him up. Maybe exact words were, "Come on now, you puff. Get you sent back down to the traps. Get your job done. Basically, show must go on. Get out."
And as he was going down steps, he noticed that he had a big cut at the back of his neck. So we brought him in here, told him what had happened, and that's when he went into shock.
Say, he looks like Elephant Man. He wasn't so good looking before that. You know, they're all saying he'd had his teeth knocked out. He never had no teeth in. They're all rotten and fell out.
I mean, I can't point a finger, or not going to do, who it was, but it really hurt. It really hurt.
He got what he deserved. So it could have been anybody who whacked him. Might have been somebody who didn't like me. Thinking, well, I'll whack him and he'll get blamed for it. You know, funny people, dog people. Funny old people.
A lot of people saying it is, Russ, but you can't point finger and prove it.
I'm on bail. Conspiracy to commit grievous bodily harm. I didn't do it. You know, what makes you think I did it? I would have whacked him myself. But they don't know who's done it. They don't know it's a Chinaman, a black man, white man. Nobody knows who done it, but yet 50 people saw him do it.
We discussed the situation with police and CID, and they came to the conclusion that he could be a suspect. But we've never said it's him or anything like that.
If you find out the man who did it, tell him I've got a few quid for him.
If it were us, it were pretty lame. He could have just come down and argued it out with us, or even him come down, or his son come down and had it out with our Daniel, passed a punch. But to slash somebody, that's spineless.
No point letting people intimidate you and make your life a misery. You may as well just get on with it.
A couple of meetings after that incident, it were quiet. People were scared. We had full CCTV put in for people's security and peace of mind. But it's been okay. Things have picked up since then, and it's all forgot about now.
All charges against us were dropped due to lack of evidence. The Myers family responded by announcing a competition in memory of their mother.
We're just going down into Barnsley Market to get his trophies for his next finals, etc. And hopefully get some bargains. And if we don't, we're coming on with note. Right, come on, Dave. Within the first 2 days we was announcing this memorial for my mum, we were packed out with dogs, and we took too many. But, like my dad says, you know, the people who knew my mum and all that have all put the dogs on, so everybody was entitled to a run.
With free entry for all dogs and an overwhelming number of entrants, extra heats were arranged. The family's mission was to clean up not just the look of the track, but the whole operation. There was a real sense of regeneration as finals day approached.
Bit of class, isn't it? What, not big enough? You know what I mean? It's not like your cheap stuff.
No.
They're main prizes, them, and these are for consolations. So, like I said, next time, if you can get some big ones as well.
Never let you down?
Never let me down. No, never let me down. Let me down every time with money, like.
You know, Philly, no.
Yeah, I know. Pass me a tissue.
The Pearl Myers Memorial Races would mark the first anniversary of their mother's death and test whether the boys were on course in their aim to revive the flapping track.
It's 250 quid prize money and a big trophy, like. But it's sort of like I'm hoping he gets first, like, for that trophy. So I'm not pay for his keep for the next 6 months.
The people that don't run straight, they have been running straight because they want the dogs into memorial. So it's been a bit of a challenge on everybody's part, getting the dogs mega fit for these memorial races. I wish it were like that all the time. Obviously it won't be and it can't be, but I wish it was.
Oh, she'll win that easy. There's no doubt with it. Won 3 out of 4 at Highgate when I got it back, and then 4th time I stopped it.
What bother as soon as he comes in first 2, 3. You know he's done well because they're good dogs what's in them there. He's going to win for us, eh? About walk out at traps, ain't it?
I won't enter anything, it let somebody else win it. Because if you won it, they're only be talking about you. You know, we can sleep at night, it's them that can't sleep. You know, wondering what you're doing and that.
End of Russ's era, I mean, you can see it was going down, there was no one coming through the gate. Now it's thriving again, it's thriving again.
You can see that the love of it, them all being together, it's reflecting in how it's run and what it's looking like.
It's improving by the week. Someone said that it'll end up being best little track in Yorkshire, and others saying give them 6 months they'll be fed up with it. But it don't seem to be at the minute, they seem to be full of enthusiasm.
Well, I think John's involved and his sons. I think they'll do the best to keep this open.
It's been a nightmare, a proper nightmare. It's been really, really stressful. Been here since 5:30 this morning, stuff like that. Plus a few phone calls we've had, you know. And had a phone call Friday. You won't run Pearl Miser's memorial race and all this. We'll shut the track, we'll do this, we'll do that. We had to come down last night, turn lights on, turn lights off, make it look like somebody were here. And it upset me, Dad. Like I say, any other day, any other night, you know, bring it on. But not tonight. Leave us alone. If they could shoot me, I'd still be here. No. It's for my mum today. And that's how it shall be.
Yes, it's a very proud day today. It's my deceased wife's memorial. And Sharon's just had a baby girl this morning, so it's quite a happy day. Quite a happy day.
Yeah.
And I want you three together in...
I know.
Aye.
And there she is, this morning. Leah Pearl Myers. 10 to 5 this morning, we had a little girl born. Our Daniel's first.
Fantastic.
She only weighs £4. She's in like a little incubator at the minute, because she wasn't that clever when she come out. Fair play to our Daniel. He's phoned up this morning. I'm a dad, basically. He says, oh, well done, and all that. Is everything okay? Yeah, fantastic, brilliant. He says, right, get your bloody ass in that car, get your send back, and get these traps done.
It's an experience you can't put into words. It's absolutely unbelievable.
I went in last night, they had to break my waters and put me on a drip to set me off. And then 15 minutes later, she went out. 4:58 this morning. And basically that's it. And she's in special care baby unit because she was distressed, but she'll be home in a few days and she's fine. Yeah.
You've got to be tough to do it like that, haven't you? A few hours later and home. She don't even look like she's had a bairn. There's no could make me any happier than today.
Today of all days, it's like a blessing.
It's like my mum's come back.
She was always saying when you're going to have kids, and it'd have been really lovely if my mum were here to see it. It's just a shame she's not, and basically she'll be looking down on us.
Everybody's coming. All my mum's side, everybody. It'll be really emotional tonight, really emotional. Yeah, really. Yeah, not bad, not bad. magic.
Morning.
You've not seen him since?
Morning.
Yeah.
You alright, Dennis? You alright?
If our Pearl had been here today, she'd have thought, this is it, I've played it. I should have had a big hat on. I should have had a handbag under her arm, like she always does. And she'd have been getting some of this. Wouldn't she, Pauline? She'd have been in her aisles.
If she were here, she'd be kicking ass. She'd be up and down, screaming, shouting. Yeah, I think we've done her proud.
We love you, Pearl.
We love it to bits.
And she'll never be gone. She won't. She's in that eternal kingdom and she's looking down there now and she's saying, come on, get on me.
Sure up.
I'm paying 90% of people that are coming from my mum. You know, like what's been coming years non-stop. And we used to stop behind and sit with my mum and always. It's just to say to everybody, thank you.
I'm excited. It's like a kid. I'm sorry, I can't help it.
Will you miss me?
I'd just like to take this opportunity from me, my dad and all my brothers for a fantastic turnout today. My mum should be really proud of you. Thank you.
I wouldn't say no to 250 quid, but trophy's more important.
It's as much chance as I've got pulling a bird to eat. It's not dogs the handicap, it's me. They go and tell up there, they know. I had to win too many races, they say.
It's last.
Who's got a gun?
This little dog gets out, he'll win. We can't win every time, otherwise we'd be like Charlie Lister.
It needs to hit the lids.
That's it, it's lids and leads around that bend, it should be alright. Yeah. Hopefully I'll do well. So I might have a little bet tonight as well, first time. Disappointed there, I'm just not getting that run round that first bend.
Come on, son. Oh, friggin' hell, he's miles behind. Come on, Rebel! Come on, Rebel! Oh, no. Poor little Walker.
Bless him.
Oh, he's done right well. It's first time he's ever run that distance. He's done right well.
Really chuffed with the amount of people that's come. All the early mornings, late nights have paid off. Every comment I've had, every single one brought said I've done a proud.
If he wins tonight, you get me leg over. Saying that, if he wins tonight, I'll be getting my leg over.
You bastard.
He's run a good race. He come up alright. But that's Groundwell.
Gus did say a lot of nasty things to people that will never make this track work. But comments like that do feed you and it makes you determined to make things work. I don't think in 6 months' time we're going to be losing interest. In 6 months' time we'll be pissed off and having days where we think, oh, what the fuck. I think 2 years down the line, it will be 10 times better than what it is now.
I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for all your support. My mum's sisters, for the buffet we put on, absolutely fantastic. What more can I say? It will get better. Promise you it will. We haven't spent all my mum's money yet. We will do. And it's all in memory of my mum. Thank you. Everybody have a safe journey home. Good luck.
Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Get out here.